Alright, welcome back everyone to A Programmer Plays 9 Solves. Potentially the last episode. The first thing I want to do today, not that, just straight up the wrong button. I want to figure out the last bit in here. I got a little bit of a hint, which is that I need to be looking at the backgrounds. Apparently there's something. I don't really see anything in that background that would help. Oh, okay, hold on. This one. There's these lines and dots. Like this one's the lowest, it's the closest to us, so if we assume that these correspond to the bells, so 4, no, that doesn't super make sense because these are the same. 4, 5, 1, 3, 2. I might have messed it up there, but hard to say. Maybe it's the other way, so 2, 1, or 2, 3, 1, 5, 4. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. Two, 3, 1, 5, 4. That did not work. The problem here that I'm seeing is if this is like an order that I'm supposed to play them in, then it's ambiguous. Like this line right here, the second line up, seems like it's used by two things. Two, 3, 1, 5, 4. Let's try 2, 3, 5, 1, 4. 2. Nope, that's not 2. That's 3. 4. That is not working. I feel relative, like this feels like such a hint, and yet You know, like it's very like once my eyes hit it, it was pretty out of place, but I don't. It feels ambiguous. Screw it. I'm gonna go ask my friend. 1 second. All right. I've been given the solution because I don't think I would have gotten there on my own. The answer is that the lines here, we can think of them sort of like frets on a guitar, you know? Or strings on a guitar, sorry. And so it's saying we read left to right from bottom up. So second position, fifth position, fourth position, first position, back to second position. So we don't even ring all of the bells. So 2, 5, 4, 1, 2. I'm sure that for some people, they figured that out on their own. I don't think I ever would have gotten there. That's just a little too cryptic. Glory to the selfless souls whose great... Dang it. Do I have a way of making this... Glory to the selfless souls whose greatness shines through Pinglai's eternal night. Mother Huang. I was sent to represent the 500 members of a clan on the island. I swear to uphold the family bloodline in New Kunlun. Alright. This game just doesn't want me to read its lore. A lot of money. This is interesting. Oh, we got an achievement for this. So these are pretty clearly backer messages. Neat. I've been playing a different game, Orita, I know, which is kind of about as opposite to this game as you can get while still being in the same genre. And its bindings are a little bit different, so I just keep pressing the wrong things. Alright. That's that. Let's 8 out of 8. 5 out of 4, 7, 7, 4, 4, 2, 4, 4, 2. Doesn't apply. We're missing one here. Might be after the point of no return. We're missing one thing here and one thing here. Honestly, I don't know that it's worth my time to do so, but we'll give it a little look-see. Back to the pavilion. Tell you guys what, I am just gonna look up like a map and then just go get it. I do not feel... We've done our time with scouring the map. It doesn't help that I just like kind of don't like this area. I did it again. so we've been there. Been there. Pretty sure we've been there. In there. I guess I'll just start systematically stepping through. I can see immediately that that one's good. You know what? I don't need to fight you. Okay, so we got this one. One there. One over there. Definitely gotten one there. Does make me think that it's actually completely the opposite side of this map. Which is unfortunate, but okay, so be it. It was striking. Is that alright? That's all the things there. All the things there. There's one thing down below us somewhere. All of which seem pretty like I'm looking at a map right now. All of the things in here seem so I'm a little nervous, actually, that it might be kind of bug or something. We definitely did that one. One of them is here. Let's try. Oh, did we just do it? Is that how you make it stop doing the damn thing that's been driving me up the wall this entire time? Son of a bitch. I wish I had done that so long ago. G clan family precept. Engraving on the broken hammer, endure what others can't, for heroes are forged in agony. In the beginning, the G kingdom ruled over a desolate wasteland, and it had little industry besides mining. Over time, high demand for Jin and Azure Sand gave it the resources to become a great military power. During the turbulent era, Emperor Chitong leveraged his mineral wealth to build weapons systems and develop advanced transmutation technologies. Successful military campaigns expanded the kingdom's territory, leading to a stalemate with Lear and his Fangxi guild. Alright. There we go. 3 out of 3. So, alright. Check, check. Check, 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 check. Check, 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 check. Check. So it's pretty much just this one now. I'm so annoyed that I could have, once I had the ability to do the hard counter, I could have turned that off, because that has really dissuaded me from being in these areas this entire time. Mistakes were made. Let's see. Come on, interactive map. Show me the stuff. Okay. 5 out of 6. I kind of think that this last one we have to get after the point of no return. No. I'm wrong. I think we found it, but we found it previously after the point of no return, so we haven't found it this time. Keep doing that. I actually want to go this way. Yeah. You come over here. There we go. Is that everything? I think that's everything. Okay, that's annoying. Can't get into here prior to no return. Or actually, this is spot on us, but whatever. You guys know what I mean. Alright, I'll do one more look through the map. Alright, I think we're good. I think we've collected literally everything. Which is exciting. Let's then... billion? So I know I looked up between episodes the last little bit with the guy, Shanghai 9000, is to go to the corner of this area that we were just in after having gone through the point of no return. So that's what we're gonna have to do next. So let's do that. 1 second. So boop. Teleport down to you. Point of no return. Let's do it. I'm a little on the fence about actually rest. I'm a little on the fence about whether to even include this next bit of me running through this bit again in this Let's Play. I think I will, obviously, since I'm talking to you guys. But I don't know. It's something that I've already seen it. I've already experienced it. Like it's kind of at this point just busy work of me running through this sequence again. It's not really like that. That's me being uncharitable, but I don't know. Jesus. Right. All right, here we go. Oh, interesting. We can't run in here. We have to walk. It's interesting that we can't skip this scene. Like, I'm pressing all the buttons, and there's no, like, hold start to skip or anything like that. I'm not that mad about it. Like, these scenes aren't terribly long or anything. We can just click, but, like, given that this is a scene that a decent number of people will probably go through multiple times, because of the whole go back to the point of no return thing. It's sort of, I don't know, to me it just highlights like, oh, you know, the developer is very confident in their writing to a degree that maybe they shouldn't be. I don't know, I think it behooves us programmers to always have skip cutscene as an option. In part for speedrunners, but also because, you know, sometimes people are just like having to redo parts of games, and maybe it's someone making a lore video and they just need to like get to a particular part of the game, or they're testing out a speed run and they just want to get to the part where they're testing, hey, will this shortcut work? Making people sit through cutscenes, it's fine the first time, and then after that it's a punishment. It's you know, disrespectful of people's time, in my opinion. He says, recording a YouTube video that includes content that he's already played. Yeah, I really wish I could skip right through this and get to the bit. y'all at least have the option of, hovering the mouse over the timeline and being like, all right, this is the part where he's actually through this cutscene. I didn't really clock it the previous time we played it, but this is a long cutscene. Like, even with me powering through the dialogue, like that is a long cutscene. I appreciate the variety of heights in the souls. Like, the souls have very recognizable silhouettes, and part of that is their size difference. Size difference is surprisingly more work than you might think it would be. When everything's the same size, it just makes things convenient and easy. Which is why you see games where, like, every character is built on the same skeleton, they're built on the same size. But it does, like, make things exciting. Like, there's a subconscious part of your brain that goes, everything's kind of the same. Hitboxes all work out to be the same, so it's more pronounced in 3D than it is in 2D. The benefits of having the same rig for everybody, but even in 2D, like you'll see games that you'll see games that have physics driving the characters under the hood, and when characters are different sizes, that kind of fudges up the physics, so that leads the developer to stick with physics for the whole thing. I should have. Alright, here we go. Hallway.
Check it. Excited about redoing this.
feels like I get the reference here. Like I understand it. It's cool. Don't get me wrong. But like, it doesn't feel respectful of time. So there's nothing I can do here to speed this up. Like we're just in it. But now we're freed. Slightly nervous about this next fight because I remember it being kind of strangely difficult. Made it through. You can rest. That didn't take that long. Like I was bitching and moaning in there, but big picture, we didn't, we didn't spend forever in there. There wasn't the whole episode redoing content that we've already done before or anything like that. this character, Chien there, like, you see so little of her. Like, is that the first time we've actually seen what she looks like? I think this is the part that we actually care about now. Yes, here we go. We came so close to this before and we just didn't get it. What are you doing here? Be careful. That's one of Sol Aigong's experimental pods. I wouldn't mess with that if I were you. Chien, coordinates inside. The person inside is who you're looking for? A Dusk Guardian. Don't be impulsive. Aigong used them for her experiments. She might... Doesn't matter. Chien is alive. Chien, alive or dead. You, friend, don't stop me. Wait. Oh, yep. That tracks. Oh, we don't have the... We don't have enough. We need to block. Well, that's, once again, a bummer. Key item friend photo. Photo of Shanghai 9000 and a Solarian friend is carefully hidden by a Dusk Guardian in their uniform. Thanks, I hate it. Way to get out is actually through this, right? Because I don't feel the need to relive what went wrong with our merchant friend. Yeah, at this point, it's just a case of... Oh, or is it though? Shit. I think to get the true ending, we can just go now, but that might not be true. Alright, I'm gonna assume actually that it's not true. That we need to also, in this playthrough, in this section of time, go through the thing with the guy. Why am I blinking on his name? Not Shenong, not Chien. The merchant guy. Why am I blinking on his name? Other than the fact that it's, you know, very Mandarin sounding and not, and I'm speaking language. Alright. We go over here. He has nothing to say. Is there anything nasty in the room that I needed to look at? I don't think so. No. Alright. I think that those are all the flags that we need to have flipped for getting the true ending, other than beating Aegon in her true form, which I'm not looking forward to. I kind of think I'm just not even going to attempt trying to do it in standard mode. I'm not that guy. I couldn't do it with just 2 phases. 3 phases, which is what I've heard is coming. No. The whole true boss thing is interesting, right? Because there's a game design question inherent there, where the game is essentially, the game designer is forced to make a choice between, do I challenge the people who have, played this game for the longest amount of time, or do I reward the people who have invested the time to make the game easier? Like the kind of, should games get harder the longer you play, or should they get easier? I'm very much in the games should get easier camp. That's just me. I think that if the player trades their time in, then the game should, lower its skill stuff. But I get why developers have a tendency to go the other way. A lot of Metroidvanias, you have that final boss, that true test, who is like punishingly hard. It's not for me. I don't like it. But I get why designers often go that way. And sometimes even like not even like true boss, but just like the final boss, full stop, is that way. It's interesting that Abacus gets to use both Ryu and Abacus. I wonder if Ryu means Abacus and it's just like a translation thing, or if it's more that he is an Abacus, but his name is Ryu. I don't know. I could see it going both ways. Is this like an ending choice? I don't know. I think that this is what we went with previously. I don't 100%. Say that, but at this point, what can we do? To be honest, I more or less agree with what the other souls have been saying. Even if you overthrew the 9 souls, will you do anything to the future of our people? Stop the Eternal Cauldron Project. This is the same. It would be really funny if that dialogue choice was like a thing that I needed to do to get the final ending, and now I've screwed it up. Um,
这股佛，这股佛。
雨孙，
all right, I'm waiting for the rhizomatic bomb that we found to come into play here.
哦，雨孙，我来。
哦，哎，这股佛。
What was the deal with the Dust Guardians? Details are still fuzzy, but they may have been part of the Tianhua mutation experiments. The entire research center and Dust Guardian HQ has been occupied by the mutants. Sacrificial pawns for Igong's experiments. What a pitiful end. Alright. Hopefully we've done the right stuff. Side note, just kind of apropos of nothing. These final few sections with the 3D in the background and stuff, to my surprise, those videos have been noticeably larger recordings. Like the file size of them has been a significant step up from the normal stuff. So, let's see. I think that this will tell us this next little bit. Shit, I've missed something, because this should say root decryption progress 80%. Oh, treasure hunter, find all resources and information marked by Shanghai 9000. So maybe we need to go talk to the ape then? Maybe. And if that's not it, I don't know what to do. I thought we had done the checklist. That's wrong. Central transport hub, so yes. It's really interesting the way that they've like locked down the playable area here. With you can see right here, I can't go to the right. I assume that's that way. Keep doing that. God damn it. I assume that that's that way just to like, you know, reduce the amount of surface area where players might go in the wrong direction, players might be just generally confused, all that. Okay. None of y'all want to talk to me? Well, shit. I thought maybe I needed to come over here and talk to Shenong. see if he wanted something, but it's still the wrong button. I've done it 3 times since I last sat it. Ooh boy. Alright, let's see. Can't go left here. Because there's gunk. Can we go under? I kinda doubt it. But we'll try. Nope. Can't go this way. That's gonna take me to the same place, but we'll take a little look-see here. I get the feeling that I have missed something. And as a result, we can't get the true ending without me resetting again, and I am just simply unwilling to do that. Yeah. Those are all blocked off. Well, that's a bit of an anticlimax, I'm not gonna lie. It would be really nice if there was some sort of indication in game of like what you've missed, like what has not been accomplished. I'm not seeing anything.
Bisous, voilà.
Like a quests tab on here would be maybe a little too on the nose, but at the same time, well, man, that's genuinely deflating for me to get this far and not get it. We've done so much work. We've done so much work. I'm well, let's run there again just to see. Maybe I'm wrong, but that would be such a disappointing way to end this series. I have, like, contrary to how it might sound, I have enjoyed this game. There's a lot to like about this game. And I genuinely think that if I had set myself to story mode earlier, I'd be walking away from this game with a very different impression. But there's a lot of little things that I feel like are kind of unnecessarily cryptic in this game. And this is a complaint that I've leveled against lots of other games, too. Yeah. Just for some reason, we're not at the necessary 80%. Let me just check real quick on the wiki, see if maybe I'm missing something that I can remedy at this point. But if we have to reset, then what's the friggin' point? It's literally that dialogue choice. I fucked it up when I made the choice. The Solarians are the problem. I have to redo, in order to do that, I have to redo all of this post point of no return stuff. I'm not willing to do that. I feel like the game is disrespecting my time. This is souring my impression. The game won me back with, hey, you can restart before the point of no return. That actually I thought was that went a long way to restoring goodwill for me. But now that I find a dialogue choice that I just made has locked me out of the true ending after I've redone all of this long-ass scene watching and hallway fighting and shit. I'm locked out of it again. I'm not willing to redo this stuff. So there we go. Ending on a really sour note, like so many hard Metroidvanias. Look, like being hard is not a crime or anything. Like it's very personal preference, all that stuff. It's just not for me. Like I would much rather a game be pretty chill and like let me choose to amp up the difficulty instead of being like, here's the skill floor. If you want to be a true gamer, if you want the standard experience, you need to be this skilled. I disagree with the word choice of standard. It's just not. This is not standard level difficulty. This is an unusually difficult game. But also just like this game's got a lot of like, there's so much good, like this is visually a very powerful game, right? I like the music, the writing is genuinely interesting, the character designs are great, but the translation is really like clunky, I feel like. And there's a lot of design choices that I'm like, this just doesn't feel like the game is respecting my time. Like, making me redo all this stuff, not being able to skip cutscenes. Like, if I could skip cutscenes, I might reconsider this. But also, like, I know I'd have to redo that damn hallway for a third full time, and I'm not willing to do it. This whole, like, hour-long episode has, I'd say more than half of it has just been me doing the busy work of getting back to the true ending state when I've already got all the, boxes ticked, and that's, it really sours my impression of the whole game. I'm not going to be recommending this game to people. I'm going to be like, Nine Souls is overrated. For most people, it's actually not going to be a particularly good time. It's going to be a frustrating time with a story that doesn't, like, help you out very much. Because there's a lot of just, like, faffing around and not telling you things straight, which I guess is, like, part of the point, that all these characters are lying to each other and being deceptive, but, like, I don't know. It feels like they've got something special here, and they've chosen to add just a few things that ruin the whole thing, at least for me. And that's a shame. That's such a shame. But I'm not willing to sit here and, like, redo the past 30 minutes of gameplay in order to, and I would have to beat her. I think I have to beat her to get out of the current state that I'm in. So that's, assuming I knock it down to story difficulty, and then beat her first try. That's still gonna be like a pretty long fight and a long cutscene afterwards. So, like, it's just not worth it to me. I hate that I'm ending this series on such a sour note. It makes me feel bad, but the longer I play, the more not fun I'm having, and I'm pretty sure that if I manage to make it to the true ending, I would not enjoy it. Like, I'd be so grumpy about it. You know what we might do? Tell you guys what. We don't usually do this, but we're gonna do a a reaction, I guess. Because I do want to see it. Best way. This is the compromise, right? I'm unwilling to put in the time to do this, but I'm willing to look it up and do essentially like a react here at the very end. So give me a second. I will find a video. All right, so this is footage from a channel called NeatPick. It is a 100% true ending, no commentary walkthrough. We're at the 14-hour and 53-minute mark. So let's watch, let's react. I'll be interested to see. I don't know if they're on like story mode or standard mode. I would assume, well, what would I assume that this is on standard mode? For someone to do a 15-hour recording, I kind of feel like it would be like I would probably put it on story mode just to like make it all happen, but at the same time, like the kind of person doing this kind of thing is also like the true gamer that would want to do it on standard mode. And also like YouTube comments are gonna be just like, this is interesting. I'm pretty sure that this was less gooped over when we did this, but I didn't clock it as being like 20% gooped over. So far, same dialogue as what we've seen before.
유지야 외눈 파짐 제반 우슈짐 자 거산포이 와군 진사이 도 힌토
Alright, let's see how this guy does it. I'm somewhat gratified to see that his style is similar to mine, where he's not really trying to poke at her too much. He's really just relying on what I think is water style. You know what I think would have helped this game a lot? And I acknowledge that this would be technically difficult to accomplish. But I think that the parry windows, if we had a chain to extend them, and more importantly, if there had been in the story mode sliders an option to move that around, I think I would have really appreciated that. Because that's the part that like I'm bad at. I've got bad reflexes. I'm not very dexterous. And so if I've been able to extend the windows in which I am allowed to parry, I would have had a much better time, even if the amount of damage being done and the amount of damage I was sending out was insane. Obviously that is much harder to accomplish from a programming perspective than just being able to multiply the damage numbers. slightly surprising that at the end of the game, like, this is 100%, right? So, like, where the UI puts the heals and the talisman charges, it feels... What's those? It feels like we're short one talisman charge. Alright, there we go. True Aegon. Moves that I've never seen. Okay, so some additions to what you got, some, it looks like timing factors to moves that she's been showing. I would be so upset about getting to this point my original playthrough. I would be unsurprised but upset. Some of these are fun. Kinda close. For teleporting behind you after you started arrow. I'll admit I'm enjoying this kind of like nail biting. I know that he's gonna get it, honestly. Like it wouldn't be in the video if it wasn't, but like kind of a nail biting photo finish. Alright. He got her. That same dialogue as before. I'm still so mad at myself. I should have just looked it up. Like when we got that dialogue choice, I should have been like, let me double check. The fact that I locked myself out of it is so upsetting. Ooh.
Querido.
Thank you for joining me as we bring an end to this era. It seems not even you can stop the inexorable wheel of history. No, stop.
Hey,
Solarians will last forever and ever, a shining beacon for the universe. I forgot that we just left her there. Well, this feels significantly more fitting than the ending that we got, with the whole revisiting all the spaces and seeing them crumble. They're still partying, Jesus Christ. Also, is it me or are there more of them partying than there were before? Where are you guys at? About 300,000 li away from New Kunlun. Is everything okay there? Good, then you should be out of range. What do you mean? What are you doing? Agong infected the primordial roots before she died. Now I have to destroy it. What? You're going to detonate the rhizomatic bomb, but that will destroy the entire island, I know. But this is the only way I can put an end to this disaster. Perhaps this will allow New Kunlun allow everything. Hold on. Perhaps this will finally allow Kunlun, allow everything to return to nature. But what about you? I'm sorry. I have to take care of everything else. I've been a terrible friend, but always making messes for you to clean up. Yi. That's not true, brother. Don't worry about it. Is Shanshan nearby? I want to speak to him. Yi? Shanshan, I need you to listen carefully. I'm afraid I won't be able to pick you up. You lied to me? Promise me you'll eat well and live well on the pale blue planet, even when you're alone. You lied to me! Also, remember to teach yourself swimming. I'm sure you'll be swimming in the sea in no time, even without me there to help. You're the smartest kid I've ever seen. No, I can't do anything without you, Yi. Why are you doing this? Why would you lie to me? If you're going to throw me away, then why did you save me? You were the one who saved me. You helped me understand so much that I didn't before. I feel very fortunate to have spent all this time with you. Thank you, Shanshan. In the end, you were the one who woke me up. You were even able to bring me some hope for this world. Don't say that. I don't want you to go. You can't go. Don't cry. Someone once told me this. Life and death are one. When the end comes, we'll just return to heaven and earth. Why am I being left behind again? It's not fair. What am I supposed to do when I miss you? Don't worry. Whether you're under the sun's warm embrace or floating on that boundless ocean, I'll be there as part of you for all eternity. Okay, better get going. Take care. Yi! Yi, don't! I wonder if this was originally going to be a boss that we would actually fight against and then got cut. Never once see Shanshan's eyes. Like, we see the big tears there, but we've never seen his eyes. In stark contrast to most of the characters who have enormous eyes. Feels very Hollow Knight. color choice here is so traditional Chinese, which is super interesting. Does this mean that Uncle Chubby is the last Solarian? Alright. Alright, thank you again to NeatPick for having that playthrough up that we could watch the true ending and get a reaction to it and all that stuff. Hopefully you guys don't mind too much that's how I decided to do it. I didn't want to just drop the game entirely, even though we came within an inch of me being like, all right, we're done. But now we've seen it together, the true ending, which is pretty much how I expected it to go down. It's interesting that it doesn't feel like the true ending and the ending that we got were all that different in terms of like how good they were. I'm probably forgetting or overlooking some stuff, but it seemed like, the 8 men survived the trip to Pinglai, so I don't know. Yeah, there's a lot to like in this game. This is a huge amount of effort to make something that is often very beautiful, and they're saying some stuff that is really interesting. But at the end of the day, I don't know. There's just a lot of like kind of high level decisions, like things that are pretty integral to the game's design that I don't gel with. It just wasn't for me. But like, if you don't like gore, if you don't like games that are like really punishing, if you're like me and you don't have a whole lot of tolerance for games that have some like obscured stuff and it's like you make a mistake and too bad, then maybe this game isn't for you. When I talk to people about this game, I won't be recommending it, but I also won't like tell them like, oh, it's bad, it's overhyped. I'm going to be saying like, this is for a particular audience of which I am not. So if you go into it, here are things that I wish I had done differently, like starting in story mode. I think if I had started in story mode, it would have made the other design flaws a lot less painful. But it is what it is. I'm glad to have played this game, even if it wasn't for me, because, you can learn from games that aren't your cup of tea. There's a lot that I think is pretty interesting in here that I'll be thinking about for a long time. But, yeah. Ultimately, a frustrating experience. But, yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed the series. Thank you for sticking around for so long, even when I was having such a rough time. And I will see you in the next series. I'm not sure what it'll be, but we'll find out. But until then, bye.